So our directions for Working Papers 4-1, it says Isabella Savell owns a service business called Savell Company, which uses these accounts. In order to create a chart of accounts, you must first classify each account. For each account, select the type of an account, asset, liability, owner's equity, revenue, or expense in the appropriate classification column. So, accounts payable, Supply Mart. Morgan, what type of an account? Yes. Accounts receivable, L North, Sabrina. Thank you. Accounts payable, Anoka Supplies, Weon. Thank you. Accounts receivable, Greg Varez. Devin. Not, yes. Yep. Asset, thank you. Miscellaneous expense, Donald. Classification of miscellaneous expense. Isaiah, can you help him out? Yep. Insurance expense, Kendra. Thank you. Prepaid insurance, Jacob. Thank you. Isabel Savell, drawing, Tanner. Bam, you got it. Cash, Lillian. Yep. Sales, Riley. Nope, doesn't have the word payable in it. Ethan, can you help him out? Yes. Paige, supplies. Thank you. Okay. Trista, this is a new account for us, but I think you can do it. Supplies expense. How did you know that? It says expense. I would agree. Caitlin, automobile expense. It's also a new account for us. What is it? Woo! Love that. Julian, Isabella Savell, capital. You got it. Last one we got is rent expense. Mackenzie? Okay. So we need to make sure we have this first part done, and then we're going to click on grade step 1. Okay. Then we can go ahead and go to the next step, which is number 2. Going through, we see that each account has been classified, which is what we did in step 1. Now we need to assign account numbers to each account. You must assign account numbers so that the accounts receivable, accounts payable, and expense accounts are in alphabetical order by last name in a case of accounts receivable. We need to use a 3-digit account number and number the accounts within the divisions by 10, which is what I just talked about. Okay, so please note, are our assets in the correct order? No, right? So do not assume that accounts receivable L North should be 110. What is our first account that we list in our assets? Cash, because we need to do order of liquidity. So I'm going to choose the drop-down menu for cash, and I'm going to choose 110 because we go in increments of 10. Do we remember what's the next easiest thing to turn into cash besides cash? I'm sorry, I think somebody said something, but I didn't hear it. Accounts receivable. Now we have 2 accounts receivable. Now these accounts receivable are different than the example I had up before. You will notice that they are names of people. How do we alphabetize people? Last name. So who comes first? North is going to come before Varez. So North is going to be 120. Varez will be 130. Now what's easier to turn into cash? Supplies or prepaid insurance? Supplies. So supplies will be 140. And prepaid insurance will be 150. Now, looking at our liabilities, Justin pointed out for us that these need to be in alphabetical order. So who's going to go first? Anoka Supplies or Supply Mart? Thank you. Count number will be 210 because liabilities start with a 2. So if Anoka Supply is 210, Julian, what is Supply Mart? Correct. Now, owner's equity, I did not spend a lot of time talking about it when I had the presentation up, but what one comes first? Did anyone remember? Capital. Okay, and what is our account number for capital going to be? Caitlin? Owner's equity will be in the 300s, but capital will have what for? Will have a 310 number. You were close. I'm like, Owner's equity will be 300, but we're going to do 310 for capital and then 320 for drawing. So capital will go first, drawing will follow. Justin, what is my account number going to be for sales? $410. And you know what? As of right now, our revenue accounts is going to be nice and simple. We're only going to have one, so we're going to put it as a 410. All right. Morgan, you ready to alphabetize for me? What expense goes first? Woo! What number? Yes. Okay, so we got the A done. Now we got to go on down the alphabet, and we have a B. What's my next one? Mackenzie. For what number? Thank you. Sabrina, what's after insurance expense? For what number? Yeah. We have 2 left. Paige, what comes next? I'm sorry, I just could not hear you. Okay. And so then the last one we have is supplies expense, and that will be $550, right? So they are alphabetized by the name of the account. Once you have all of your account numbers on there, go ahead and click on Grade Step 2. And then you can go, we'll take a look at the last step for work together. So for our last step, you'll notice that there's a chart of accounts. It's listed there, and they're actually in the correct order, 110, 120, 130, 140, that we just worked on. But it says right here, it says Ms. Savell has been classifying postage cost as miscellaneous expense, but found that an amount paid each month for postage has become a major expense. So they decided they want to have a separate account. Also, a new account called utilities expense is to be added to the chart of accounts. So we need to know what account number should go for postage expense. So now we have to look up here at the top under my accounts here. So we have to do P for postage. So we have to alphabetize. Postage should come between miscellaneous and rent. So what's the account number? 535. So right here in this drop-down menu, we have to choose 535. Now, utilities expense, alphabetical. Where does utilities expense fall? Georgia, where does utilities expense fall? Yeah, it's at the very end, right? So we're going to go up by 10 then, not go by 5. So we're going to choose 560 for our utilities expense. Okay. Now, the last step we have to do is it says a blank general ledger account is shown here with the locations identified by numbers. Use the numbers to answer the questions to open the cash account. So you will see right here it says what value is entered in location number 1. So what would I write in location number 1? Isaiah, what do you think I would write there? Right here, what do you think I would write right here? Nope. Says account, and that's where we're going to put in our account title. So what is our account title, Isaiah? Do you see right here where it says what account we're opening? Yeah, so right here it says what value is entered in location number 1. We're going to put cash. Then it says what value is entered into location number 2. Riley, what value am I putting in there? Nope, what does it say right here? It says account number, right? So what is the account number for cash, Riley? Yep. So I'm going to put that down below, 110. So what we've done is we just added 2 new accounts. We added utilities expense and postage expense. Postage expense is $535, utilities is $560. To open up an account, we have to write the account title and we have to write the account number. We can go ahead and click on grade final step. And I don't know about you, but for a Monday morning, I got those all perfect. Anyone else? You better have, because I just did it with you. Right? Go ahead and try that on your own next.